Welcome back. Welcome back, friends. Well, if you haven't seen the commercials, where have you been if you're watching us locally? Wicked is in the Twin Cities for the next month at the beautiful Orpheum Theater. And the two stars, like the big ones, like we must have did something right to get both Elphaba and Glinda. Give it up for Jennafer, who plays Glinda, and Lissa, who plays Elphaba. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I was in the audience last night, and I always like to either start or end an interview with a compliment. And I really mean this not just because we're sitting here on TV, but my husband, who has seen Wicked quite literally a dozen times in various incarnations on Broadway, previews, tour. I looked at him and at intermission. I go, so what do you think? And he said, you two are two of the best Glindas and Elphabas he's seen. Yeah.
Oh.
Tell him thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Do you feel, and I was wondering it as a fan, how do you navigate the pressure of creating your own Elphaba, your own Glinda? I know you know what I'm going to ask. I know you know, and making it your own without having in your head all of the nuances of all the Glindas and Elphabas that have come before you.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the people who taught us the show when we, started, I would say do a really, really good job of finding the honesty in each person. So as I was learning it and relearning the songs and sort of putting to rest what I hear in my head, they encourage us to find our own nuances and everything. So I think that really helped create a foundation to find our own jive. And then getting to work with Jennafer and rehearse with Jennafer, we got to find our own relationship and vibe, and that changed everything. That sort of made it really our own.
Yeah, it's really special getting to learn the role not only on your own, but then to get to build this partnership with your better half. And you're my better half.
Wow, thanks.
You're welcome. And yeah, it's just been incredible. It's been an incredible journey. Yeah.
Because don't you both, I would imagine you agree, this show rests on the chemistry between you two. We as the audience have to believe that you two, despite so many differences, are dear friends. So it really does come down to the chemistry between you two as actors. Am I correct on that?
I would say you are definitely correct. And luckily we are dear friends, so there isn't much like acting going on. Just kidding, there's a lot of acting. But I would say it definitely depends on the genuine relationship between Elphaba and Glinda, especially the journey they go on from loathing each other to then being each other's rocks and just growing up together and becoming women together. And just the structure of the show. We check in with each other every once in a while during the show to say like, you good? We're all good. It's just a really important and strong support system that I think is super necessary to do this show 8 times a week.
Yeah.
I always like a good take me in that moment question, and I have one for both of you. And Jennafer, I'll start with you. Obviously for Glinda, Popular is one of the more iconic songs that you get to do that's so known in pop culture. Take us to that first time that you get to do it in front of an audience and make that your own.
I mean, it's insane. Part of, I started in March with Lissa, and it's what's so interesting about touring is that every single audience is just a little bit different. And so certain things really work with certain crowds and certain things don't. And so that's one of the joys of live theater and comedy, and trying to figure out, how to be truthful and honest in the moment and in telling this story, especially a song like Popular, and still making it land really well. So the first time I did it, it was just so fun, because what's so interesting is I have this beautiful woman sitting in front of me and I'm telling her all of these things. I'm gonna make her life so much better. And it's just been such an amazing journey, just finding it over the past 6 months together. It's grown hugely since day one to where it is today, and I'm sure it'll grow even more. And it's it's just so fun because it's this relationship with the audience as well. With just live theater, the audience, you know, they let you know where you are, and it's really fun.
Having been one of those audience members, I haven't seen it as much as Colin, my husband, but I've seen it a half dozen times. Your beats, Jennafer, your Jennifer-ness in Popular is so good. Now, Lissa, I want to move on to you for your kind of signature song. Obviously, the close of Act 1, Defying Gravity. Take me to that moment for you, because it's so darn iconic. I mean, it's just the imagery is. What was that first night like for you?
Oh my goodness. That first night was both electrifying and sort of a blackout. Just because it is so iconic, and it also is, you know, it's one of my favorite songs to do, and just the elements that are happening and the song itself are so powerful. And so it I just remember it happening and like my heart beating super fast and just like sort of having this empowering feeling of like, go for it. And then also I don't remember it at all after that, you know, so.
It was really good.
But it was super, and you know, before I started this, I talked to former Elphabas to just like get advice or whatever, and they said, when you're finished and you finish that last bump and you know, it black out and the curtain's coming down, just take a moment and stay in that position and listen to the audience reaction. And so that's what I like to do. That's what I did on that first night, and that's what I like to do every night, because the empowerment that I feel and the excitement that I feel is exactly what they're feeling. And I think it's important to remind myself of that and share that with the audience.
I was sending you all types of love from row D. I was just
thank you.
Yes.
I felt it.
We have to go, but you mentioned audience. We're known for being good audiences. I always like to ask, how were we last night? Were we a good audience?
Yes.
Yes. We are here for Minneapolis.
Yes.
Okay. Sincerely, I hope to see you guys around town and enjoy our city. And I mean it. I echo Colin again. I haven't seen it 12 times. I've seen it 6. And you two are 2 of the best. Thank you so much for doing this today.
Thank you.
Bye, ladies. Lissa and Jennafer. Catch Wicked at the Orpheum. Jason, talk. It runs through August, the end of August. For tickets, go to hennepintheatretrust.org. If you're watching us from Seattle or other places, it'll come to you. Now, when we come back, Kendall and I will review it, and I have a message for a particular audience member. Yep. Calling somebody out when we come back. Back in a moment.